Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back. I know it's been a long time and I'm always saying, hey, I'm coming back, but I am fully focused on bringing this channel back to life. I do got new things coming, and just real quick before we get into the video, if you want information on the video that I know you guys have all been waiting for, see the pinned comment below. I promise it's coming sooner than you might realize. I honestly wasn't planning on coming back until I posted that video, but when I saw this story, I had to talk about it because it made me absolutely furious. So let's get started. There is a major problem online with family channels exploiting the hell out of their kids just for views. They broadcast private moments, they broadcast embarrassing moments, they put their children in positions that they cannot consent to. It's hard enough being a kid this day and age, especially with social media, and these family channels are setting their kids up to be bullied and ridiculed later on in life by putting every single moment of their lives online. They are being watched by a bunch of sickos, and these channels don't give a shit as long as they are getting the clout and, most importantly, the paycheck. We have seen families like the Stoffers adopt an autistic child from China and give him away like he was a dog. They built their channel off the adoption of this little boy, and they claimed that things just got too tough for them, and that's why they had to do it.
Gotten from the agency and through the adoption agency, like they were able to place him in what they felt was literally the perfect match, and he is thriving. He is very happy. He's doing really well, and his new mommy has medical professional training.
We have also seen parents like Jordan Cheyenne accidentally upload footage of her forcing her son to pose for a thumbnail when he was clearly upset about his dog.
Please pray for her. I know she's gonna make it through. She's an amazing, beautiful little girl, and I can't wait for her to bring her home and be part of our family. So if you could pray for us, we appreciate it. I love you guys. Bye. Come here. Come closer for the video. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Put your head right here. Come closer. Closer. Down. Put your head down here. Act like you're crying really quick.
I am crying.
Go like this.
No, Mom, I'm actually seriously crying.
No, I know, but go like this for the video. Go like this. Put one hand up. Go like this. No, go like this. Put your hand like this. But let them see your mouth. Let them see your mouth.
No, Mom, I'm actually crying.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm actually crying.
I know. Look at me. Look at me. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's over. It's over. It's over.
We have seen the Ace family put their daughter on TikTok twerking for the camera for millions of sickos to watch. We have seen the LeBrants prank their daughter, causing her to break down in tears because she thought that they were getting rid of her dog. Even Cole LeBrant himself, after they did that to Everly, he even said, "Too far?" And they still decided to upload that video, and they got a lot of backlash for it.
We're giving Carl away to somebody else because we feel like we can't take good enough care of him at our house.
You okay? Come here.
What's the matter?
We're gonna let her give him away. We're
We need to keep Carl.
We're keeping Carl. Too far?
We have seen numerous videos of parents making their daughters talk about getting their first period, one of the most embarrassing moments of a young girl's life, and parents are broadcasting it online for millions of people to watch. And I didn't even know this was a thing, but I started pulling clips for this video, and there were tons of videos that popped up of young girls pranking their fathers about getting their period. Look at the thumbnails of some of these. I don't even know how this is allowed on YouTube, because the majority of those views, they're coming from sickos. Family channels have been pushing boundaries and putting their children at risk for years. They could care less about who's watching them, and they are not thinking about how this could affect their kids in the future. Just when I think it can't get any worse, it does. Savannah Glembin is a TikTok star with over 1 million followers. She is a former Marine. She does photography for weddings, and she also is an OnlyFans creator. Looks like before she found TikTok, she posted a lot on her YouTube channel, which is a pretty decent size of about 70,000 subscribers. But just like everyone else has been doing, they have taken their content over to TikTok because she hasn't posted on her YouTube channel in about 9 months. I believe Savannah met her husband Hank online, and Hank is currently serving in the military. Savannah and Hank have a son named Gunnar, who was born on September 21st, 2021. From what I found on Savannah's YouTube channel, she has had a few miscarriages before getting pregnant with Gunnar. She had a very high-risk pregnancy with a lot of complications. So needless to say, Gunnar is not only their rainbow baby, he is also their miracle child, which is why it makes me even more confused on why they did what they did to him and why they thought it was a good idea to post it online. So I wouldn't say that Savannah uses her son 24/7 for content like some other people do, but I will say it does seem like her life revolves around posting on social media and growing her social media presence and doing things that are going to get her views and attention. Look, I don't know if this video was more meant to be funny, if they were actually trying to punish the kid. I don't really know what was going through their mind when they posted this TikTok, or if they just thought, oh, hey, this is going to be a cute video. People are going to like it. People are going to laugh at it. And she's going to get a lot of views from it. I don't exactly know what was going through their head, but let me just tell you, this video is very disturbing. No child should be wrapped to the point where they are completely restrained from moving their arms in plastic wrap. It's no different than tying a rope around your child's arms and tying them up. It's the same exact thing. The first thing I want to say to this video is that it had to take a while to actually put this much plastic wrap on this child. It is hard enough using plastic wrap if you're trying to refrigerate some leftovers or something, but to wrap a child this young and get him to hold still while doing it, there is no way that this was a quick thing. He is literally restrained and it is wrapped pretty tight around his upper body. The child's face is obviously blurred, but if you watch the uncensored video, the little boy looks absolutely terrified. He looks like he's been crying. And you know, kids this age, they find humor in everything. It is not that hard to make them laugh, but not one time in this video does this child smile or does he laugh or find humor in the situation. The dad thinks it's hilarious, but the child, not so much. And what is up with the dad just lifting him up and just letting him go, causing the child to do a face dive on the bed? Like, I'm sorry, that's just cruel. The mother sat there, filmed this. She even edited it, put certain parts in slow-mo, clipped it together, added music, added text to the video. So she had to watch this numerous times and she still made the decision to post it. I don't care what anyone says. In my opinion, this is child abuse. Whether it's meant to cause harm or not, they restrained their child while in distress and filmed it for a TikTok. Like I said before, this is no different than using rope and tying the child up to restrain him. Shortly after this video was posted, Savannah posted another TikTok explaining to everyone that CPS showed up at their house and they took the child out of their home.
I don't even know how I'm gonna start this. Right now, we're dealing with a situation where Gunnar has been taken from us until CPS can evaluate our home, because I posted a video of my husband and son playing. That video was construed in a way as to people thinking that we were abusing our child, when Gunnar was like laughing and smiling, and it was just a funny thing that Hank did because Gunnar was getting into like the stove that day and like tried putting a fork in a socket.
I've already said this about the child's reaction, but I'm just gonna say it again. At no point in the video was the child laughing. At no point in the video was the child smiling. So right off the bat, she starts lying, because if the child really thought they were playing with him, he would have had a completely different reaction situation and he wouldn't have looked like he was crying. And she would have posted the parts of him laughing and having a good time with his dad. Secondly, I've had a toddler and I know you need to baby-proof the hell out of your house because kids this age, they get into everything and they can get hurt very badly, very quickly. If your child is getting into the stove or putting a fork into an electric socket, that means they aren't being watched properly, because even if your house is baby-proofed, the fact that this child had enough time to get an outlet cover off, grab a fork and stick it into a socket, it's not the child's fault. That's the parent's fault, and the child should not be punished by tying him up in Saran wrap. So far, she's really not helping her case with this video, but let's continue to watch.
And like Hank like playfully wrapped him in cling wrap. He had room to move. Like he looked like a little worm, like a little cucumber. He was at no point in distress or crying or anything like that.
Let me ask you guys this. Does it look like this child has room to move? Because it doesn't look that way to me. He can't even walk without falling over because they not only bound his arms with Saran wrap, but it's also halfway down his legs. He is shown falling over multiple times because he can't even walk.
Like we would never hurt our son. Like we would never hurt our child. Yesterday, so like I posted that video like 2 days ago, and like the response that it got was positive, so like I didn't even know like that somebody had thought it was bad until yesterday when cops showed up at our door and separated us as a family.
I think that's one of the most disturbing parts to this whole situation, is that at no point did they see something wrong with tying up a child in Saran wrap until CPS showed up at their door. Of course your followers are going to see nothing wrong with it. They follow you. They support you no matter what. But normal people that stumble across that video, they're going to see a major problem with what's in that video. I also want to say I don't doubt that they love their son. I would hope they're not doing stupid stuff like this on a daily basis. I have seen some of her YouTube videos researching the story, and I do know she went through hell to have her baby. And I do hope that this is a one-time mistake, but don't get on camera and flat out lie about what was in that video.
Like we went down and like made our statements and thinking that like Gunnar was gonna like be returned to us that day. And that like CPS would do their investigation and see that our home is safe, and that we meant our child no harm. I don't know what to do, whether to stay quiet or post a video or like private my social media because of the amount of hate that I'm getting. I don't know what the right thing is to do or to say. All I can say is that my son is so loved and cherished, and he's my miracle baby. Like was my fourth pregnancy after 3 miscarriages, and he's the light of my life. And I like some people are taking this video out of context and like not even knowing Hank. I make zero money off of my social media. My TikTok is not monetized like at all. I don't make any money off of my kid. I just post little vlogs sometimes and like little pieces of like our life together.
First off, I highly doubt that you're not monetized on TikTok. You have over 1 million followers. But even if you're making no money off of your child, you are still using him for content and views. There's a simple solution for this. Just stop posting your child online. Don't upload videos of him in distress. Don't upload videos of you punishing him, because that's what you were doing, because you admitted that in this video. Even if this was a cute family moment that I personally find disturbing, it had no business being uploaded for millions of people to watch.
I just feel really helpless in this situation. I feel so dumb for posting that and like thinking it was just like a cute family video and then it turning into this. I know that people are gonna hate me or like just like have opinions on this, and like I absolutely understand that. I just want people to know that like I love that little boy more than anything in the whole world, and I would never hurt him. Never ever. And neither would my husband. We made a mistake. and we don't deserve to get our child taken away because of it.
So I have a whole nother opinion about Child Protective Services that I'm not going to get deeply into, but I do feel like they make a lot of wrong choices, and there are children living in hell at this very moment because they keep giving kids back to abuse parents. Did they make the right choice in this situation? I honestly don't know because I don't know these people. All I know is what I've seen online. But I do know their son being removed from their home is nobody else's fault but their own. Hopefully Gunner is young enough where he won't remember being ripped out of his home away from his mom and dad, and hopefully he won't remember being tied up in saran wrap as a punishment for misbehaving. But moving on, after Savannah uploaded this video, she started to respond to a lot of comments, and I'm going to read a few of them. One person said he was not smiling and laughing, he looked sad. And Savannah responded with, I hate how this narrative that my son was either crying, sad, or upset has been pushed heavily by people who weren't there. Period. He was a happy little boy. Okay, so she is saying he was a very happy little boy in that video. Then why didn't you post the clips of him laughing and smiling and having a good time with his dad? Like, I literally hate it so much when people just flat out lie about stuff. Even in the video that was posted, she literally says grumpy toddler all day. She literally says that. Check it out. Moving on, another person wrote, you made a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. Do the work, follow their plan, get your son back, learn from this, and grow as a family. And Savannah responded with, it was the biggest mistake we have ever made as parents, and genuinely have had the hardest lesson a parent can face, having to go through all of this. Another person responded with, why isn't your house baby-proofed? And Savannah responded with, our house is baby-proofed thoroughly, but he's begun to figure out outlet covers and was able to sneak a fork from the dishwasher while I was turned around. And all I'm going to say to that is those outlet covers are really hard for an adult to get out of the socket. So for him to actually get the plastic cover off, sneak a fork, that sort of thing, it was more than her just being turned around. And this next one, I was curious about the same thing. One person wrote, okay, but why is your husband wearing gloves? And she responded with, my husband has OCD. If you look at most of the videos he's in, you'll see gloves. It's just a germaphobe thing. And after I read this comment, I did go back through their TikToks, and her husband, if he's handling certain objects, he definitely has gloves. So it seems like the same day she filmed and uploaded the CPS video, CPS ended up returning the child back to the home later that evening. She uploaded a TikTok that said home where he belongs, and she wrote the following caption. CPS cleared us of any wrongdoing and determined our home with us is a safe one for our son. Despite that, a hard lesson was learned, a mistake we will never make again. This weekend was extremely traumatic for us as a family, and we will be taking time away to heal. Now, she responded to a lot of comments on this TikTok, but I'm only going to read one of them. So one person said, oh my God, I am so glad you have him back. We had a situation with CPS false reporting, and I was terrified for months. So my definition of false reporting is someone reporting you to CPS without any cause for concern. They are basically making stuff up to report you on. This isn't the case with Savannah. That video is concerning, and people reached out to CPS because they were concerned. And let me just say, it's a pretty big deal for CPS to actually take the child out of the home. I've heard of kids literally being abused and CPS leaving them in the home and never taking them out of it. So back to the comment, this person literally said that they have dealt with false reporting with CPS, and Savannah responds with, exactly what happened to me. I'm sorry, she just cannot be serious with this response. And somebody responded to her and said, so did you make a mistake or did you get falsely accused of? Which is it? And Savannah responds with, we couldn't have been more penitent when it comes to the video as a whole. However, there have been over 1,000 troll calls making up all kinds of untrue stories. But Savannah, that's not the reason CPS took the child out of your home. They took the child out of your home because of the video that you posted. So why do you keep lying? But anyways, anyways, that seems to be the end of what is going on with this family. Hopefully they learn from all this and they will not put their child into uncomfortable situations like this ever again. I also hope that they realize that posting their child online is doing more harm than good and that they take him off the internet. If she never would have posted these quote unquote family videos in the first place, maybe they wouldn't have been stupid enough to wrap him in saran wrap in the first place. I would love to know what you guys think of this situation in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.